Hi, today I wanted to show you one of the most common invasive species in Northern Europe, including Britain. Also a very useful plant, an edible plant, which comes from Asia, from the Himalayas, mainly from Kashmir. It's called the Himalayan balsam, Himalayan jewelweed, or Himalayan touch-me-not. Touch-me-not because when you touch the pods, they explode. This one didn't just open, but if they are more ripe, they just explode like other touch-me-nots, like other impatiens species. The pods just open. Oh, I can't do it. Maybe here. Oh, it just shot the seeds. So the seeds can shoot like up to 1-2 meters, and the plant is actually used in its native area in Kashmir. The seeds are eaten there, and also the seeds of other impatiens species are eaten in China. And in China, the plants from this genus are sometimes called wild sesame, because the seeds actually look a bit like sesame, and they taste like sesame. This is interesting. When they are immature, they are white. They are also edible white, but later when they mature, they become black. Maybe we can find a black seed, all white. Maybe this, also white. Maybe here, they just started maturing, also white. Maybe here. Yeah, these are the mature black seeds. Actually, they are very easy to gather, and you can gather quite a lot. You can gather a few hundred grams just in an hour. So they can be real food, and they are very rich in unsaturated fats. So very valuable food. If you are foraging, you know, in foraging, actually fats are one of the most efficient foods, because if you forage for wild vegetables or even underground parts of plants or flowers or fruits, you mainly get carbohydrates if you are lucky. So getting fats is very, very good for you. And of course, you have to be very careful with its invasive properties. So if you gather it, just avoid putting seeds in the pockets, in folds in your clothes, so that, because sometimes you can just transfer it. I heard of stories from Germany when there were groups of volunteers eradicating the plant from nature conservation sites and then spreading it, just carrying some seeds on their shoes in pockets, spreading to new areas. Sometimes it's really like dominating and destroys other vegetations. Like here you see it's mainly impatiens. But sometimes it's more benign and it can be mixed with other species and it's not so dangerous for vegetation. It's quite sensitive to drought, so it usually grows in parts of Europe which are humid. Here in Scotland is very, very common, but also in parts of Central Europe, in countries like Slovakia, southern Poland, or Austria, Switzerland, in this Alpine Carpathian region with lots of rainfall, it's very invasive. It's a pretty species. It was just planted in gardens and it was easy to grow, and it was being spread by people. So people and gardeners especially just accelerated the spread of the plant. It's really worth knowing. Also the flowers are edible. You can eat them raw, but you can also boil them a bit with a bit of water, and then they just shrink, and you can make some kind of pink paste from them. If you have yellow impatiens nolitangere, the native impatiens in Europe, you can make a yellow paste, but with this species you can make a lovely pink paste, which doesn't taste of anything, but you can give flavor to it by adding some sourness or sugar, etc., and just you can use it as cake filling, or maybe even like dumpling filling, which I even tried. So have luck with this species. It's really, really worth exploring. You can also use flowers as decoration for salads. Whereas the leaves are really, really unpleasant in taste, and Even animals avoid them. I think they contain quite a lot of oxalic acid, and generally not healthy to eat. So just flowers and seed pods. Seed pods or seeds, you can eat the whole seed pods, but it's better to probably just take the seeds out of them. Can you hear how they shoot? Oh, wow.